dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me.
David, you look absolutely terrific, honestly. You've got like glue on.
This is where the worst begins. This is where we must stop. For beyond is the work of madness. The nightmare of insane murder and lingering death.
Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows.
Someone is watching you. Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death.
This is Albert from the Tuesday Show. You're listening to the goddamn Dave Hill Show, now on a flipping Monday.
Oh, hey.
Here we are.
Where's Dave?
You almost had it right.
Almost. Almost. We almost did it. It says I can't start video because you stopped my video. Oh,
Sounds like a mutiny.
that's my fault. I'm sorry, Dave.
It's okay. I'm enraged. I'm
kinda-
enraged. Why do we use this horrible platform Zoom, which we still don't know why we're using it?
It makes my hair look better than anybody's.
Oh my God.
I think that was it. Yeah. That's his hair.
You know, do what we can.
I'm just enraged at the internet.
Step back.
First of all, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us, everybody. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm good.
Boy Criminal and Dez.
Fantastic.
I've been taking so much heat today. It's enraging me.
Over what?
I've been posting videos on my bike rides around town while in exile here.
Mm-hmm.
In this small Finnish fishing village. So I posted this new video today. One person wrote, and I'm not saying I'm buying into these things they're saying, but one person wrote, where is it? Okay. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh, too much noise. I find them hard to watch. To this video that I posted.
Yeah.
So I wrote, so stop. Why if you find them hard to watch, then don't watch them. I don't give a shit.
Took the effort to complain, but not the effort to try.
Yeah.
And then someone wrote, what's this other one? This one really got me right. This one's got me really worked up. This is amazing. Hi, Dave. Not even sure if you play music anymore. Just watched Live from Here with Chris Seeley, and it was incredible. I'm assuming they're referring to one of my 3 appearances. Mm-hmm. Now, with COVID, it seems you are not playing guitar or even practicing in some 60s year house. I don't know what that means. Or some condo mansion in Brooklyn. But what, you're just doing these crazy, somewhat angry videos because there is no music in your life. I love Valley Lodge, and I still am your biggest fan in the whole universe. Biggest fan, ... in the whole universe. Can you play your guitar by some frozen lake or something for a video? No, why? Did you play guitar? Chris, you play guitar?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go play by a frozen lake.
No,
your hands would be cold.
It would be painful.
We could fake
Or something wacky like that with internet explosion crap mixed in. By Lake Erie in Cleveland or in New York City somewhere, or any comedy mixed in. Why does someone think if I'm making stupid videos on my phone that I'm not playing music? I'm literally surrounded by guitars right now. I've released 3 albums this year alone.
Yeah.
How many of those did you play guitar on?
Do I play guitar on of the guitars that I'm surrounded by?
Mm-hmm.
How many of the 3 albums that you released did you play guitar on?
All of them.
Every song?
Well, whenever there's guitar.
You played more than one guitar on one song, like multiple guitars per song. Layers.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't give in to this. I just thought I would, I'm just enraged, as you can tell. I'm drinking espresso, which is only making it worse. It's instant espresso that I just dumped into a glass. And
that looks like a glass I just saw in Hoarders. I was watching Hoarders earlier today.
Oh, man. I think hoarding is in my future. Chris, now.
Yeah.
For the I'm sorry to fly off into such a rage.
Sorry.
But oh my God. People, why do they make these assumptions? Don't they realize that the internet is an illusion?
They're looking anywhere they can for some kind of relief, Dave.
Just riling me.
Mm-hmm.
Just enraging me.
Eyes
but
fell
what I
on
want
you.
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm flying. I'm off my meds, clearly. But Chris, for the listener can't tell, but we were talking about this right before we got started tonight. Looks like you have a bit of a haircut.
I did. I actually had it a couple weeks ago. Just no one noticed it last week.
Oh God! Now I feel horrible.
No, that's all right. It's not that. It wasn't very drastic. So
Might have been a hat episode last week.
what was that?
Might have been a hat episode last week. Dave had his hat
Oh,
on.
you guys all had hats on. I didn't have a hat on though.
Oh.
So
I think I
still
just
think
been,
you should have noticed. It's okay.
yeah. I know the hat. I've been wearing a hat increasingly lately because I'm so insecure about the fact that I need a haircut. Which begs the question: why don't I just cut my own hair? Whoa, that's an advanced cat move.
Yeah.
This cat loves this area of the desk right where I hold my mouse. So
Makes sense.
I love it.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I braved the salon and got a haircut
I
right
love
before things go back,
it to the full plague.
Yeah.
I doubled down myself. None for me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a haircut until, I don't know, probably get one pretty soon. I haven't had one since February, I guess, and it's everyone's talking. It's just so luxurious.
Yeah, you got some locks. You should start braiding it.
I'm thinking about it. I haven't hit rock bottom yet. I think when I do hit rock bottom, I'm gonna braid, and rise like a phoenix.
I started doing
Braids.
that when my hair got like that length. Like I got into a really bad habit when I was watching TV of just braiding my hair.
Just at random.
Yeah, just like, be watching a movie and just braiding my hair.
Did you ever
Like,
just screw around and throw some pigtails?
Yeah, I might have done
For a
that.
while?
Like Shannon Hoon from Blind Melon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Oh my God.
I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah.
There's many people.
Sure. Pippi Longstocking.
Willie Nelson.
Willie.
Yeah, sure.
Does he always have? He always has braids, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just
I love that he's just made that like no one's even questioning it.
He just showed up.
He's just like, yeah, what? I have to share with you guys, as I think I've mentioned. I've been watching movies a lot lately. Not to brag, I realize that doesn't make me a unique human being. But last night, I've just been going around the world with my viewing.
Mm-hmm.
And last night I decided I was going to watch a Bollywood movie.
Nice. Which one?
Well, I don't know that is every Indian movie a Bollywood movie? This is what I don't understand. Or is it referring to
I
like
think it's like a specific genre of musicals. I could be wrong though.
this? I think was a Bollywood movie from. It stars Amitabh Bachchan, the guy. He's the guy when in the movie Slumdog Millionaire, when the kid is like trying to get the autograph and he falls and shit.
Yeah.
That's the actor that he's like chasing after.
Is he like the George Clooney of Bollywood?
I think he is. Yeah. Let's just say that yes, he is.
Okay.
And it's like, his movies look amazing just based on the graphic. You're like, that I want to see that movie. And it turns out there's a shitload of his movies on Amazon Prime.
Sounds more like the Tom Cruise of Bollywood than George Clooney.
He probably is the Tom Cruise. Now I feel I have to.
Not to pigeonhole him.
Dave Amanda points out Snoop has done braids. This is totally accurate.
Yes,
I think.
has. Yeah.
I think he had braids when I opened for him. What a lot of people are calling the greatest show that ever happened. I bet somewhere, like with some frequency, there's a group, maybe a boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, group of friends who are just like, remember when we went to see Snoop Dogg and that fucking guy came out?
Yeah, that's like the story that they tell everyone all the time.
They're just like, we went to see Snoop Dogg and this random fucking dude came out.
What is this, a comedian?
That happened to me. I saw Pavement when they did their whole reunion thing like 10 years ago, and they got someone to dress in drag and do like 10 minutes of the worst stand-up I've ever seen. I still haven't figured out who was actually behind that. But if anyone knows, it was in Central Park 10 years ago.
Oh, I wonder who it was.
It's clearly like a stunt, but I've never seen anyone do 10 minutes of stand up to like, it was an outdoor show. It was in Central Park and just bombed the entire time and in drag too. And it didn't seem like it was like a regular drag type of situation. It was like they did it for that set.
They lost a bet, maybe.
Oh, I see. It was not a drag performer.
No. Just a guy dressed in women's clothing.
Okay, I have an update for you guys. I Googled who is the Tom Cruise of India. I did what it would be like. I guess that would be a reverse Google image search, sort of, but with my brain.
Okay. And
it says Salman Khan is known as the Tom Cruise of Bollywood. So, and who is the number one superstar in India? Dave Hill. Nope, not me. Anyway, but in this movie, so I'll be honest, it's a 3-hour movie. I fell asleep after half an hour, but in that first half hour, it's called Mahan, if I'm pronouncing that right. And the first, I don't think this is a spoiler, but there's a lawyer in the movie played by Amitabh Bachchan, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think that's how you pronounce it. And a guy pulls a gun on him and he wrestles it from him. Then another guy opens the door and shoots the initial guy that pulled the gun. He shoots that guy and then somehow convinces Amitabh Bachchan that he, in fact, was the one who shot the guy because he's holding the gun.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, that's weird. How did the gun go off? When the other guy just opened the door and shot him and then tells Amitabh Bachchan that, hey, you shot him. And he's like, I didn't realize I shot him. Like, so it's sort of a flimsy, and then he goes on the run just because the guy happened to convince him that he, in fact, shot the guy, even though we know that didn't happen. Anyway, I don't think that it's not a spoiler. But in this movie, there's a long musical number. There's several of them. And they have the subtitles. And one of the lyrics is, your feelings are like my handkerchief. My question, what does that mean?
Your feelings or my feelings? What's the line again?
Like he's singing... Someone's saying to someone else, your feelings are like my handkerchief.
That's
so if anyone wants to call in 347-474-0260 and let us know what you think that means, or the Zoom link is in the show description here. So you could just zoom in. We have a few minutes for our first guest, Jessica Delfino joins. We have two great guests tonight. Jessica Delfino. She is a comedian, musician, author, so much more. And then Jeff Simmermon. And he has a new album out. So there.
Your feelings are like
Your feelings are like my handkerchief. What does that mean? That can mean anything.
That you like to rub your feelings all over your face? I don't know. This is why we need people to
we got you to clean up the mess.
We got a couple people on Zoom. Should we ask them?
Yeah, please.
I don't get. I wonder if that's like an old expression. Maybe there's something lost in translation.
Maybe.
I could see you using my feelings like a handkerchief.
Well, I wrote to a friend of mine for clarification. Actually, I think he's going to be our guest very soon. Anuvab Pal, who's a hilarious comedian
he's
in
great.
Mumbai. You know Anuvab?
We had him on Dave Hill's podcasting.
Oh, that's right. Of course we did. Yeah. What am I saying? This is what I'm high. I'm not high, but you see my point. But yeah, Anavam, I was asking him about what movies I should watch, and I did tell him that I did start watching Mahan, or however you say it, last night, and I've not heard back yet what that means, if he has insight. But we have, shockingly, looks like Elvira Canaveral, shockingly, is the first. I believe he's like our new Ing Dave.
Definitely.
Conspiracy theory free Ing Dave.
I'm actually inoculated against conspiracy theories.
What's that?
I've inoculated myself against conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Through Robert Anton Wilson. He wrote a book back in the 60s called The Illuminatus Trilogy with Robert Shea. They were both editors for Playboy magazine. And they would get all these crank letters, and they're like, what if we wrote a book where all these things were true? So what they do is they set up a character that goes through a conspiracy to reveal the great truth that's being revealed. And then once you understand and can believe that, they knock the feet out from underneath it and tell you the real truth. And then build another conspiracy. And then
your signal, I can't really hear what you're saying. Can you guys hear that?
No, it doesn't sound like that microphone's actually doing anything.
I think your microphone is broken.
Yeah. Check. 1 2 1 2.
It just sounds like shit. We can hear noises. We got to let you go because we can't hear.
All right. I love you guys. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, just call in on the telephone because we can't. Whatever that is doesn't work.
All right.
Just call on the phone. And now we have someone else here.
Mm-hmm.
We're asking them to unmute.
There he is.
Where is he?
He's there.
Canada.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Niels, the pride of Merrickville.
Gentlemen, it's like looking at the triumvirate of Rome marching on the world. Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Niels Rush.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Dave.
Niels, I have so much. There's so much visual information to take in here.
Yeah.
For starters, you're clean shaven.
Yeah, I shaved. Yeah, it looks great, eh?
Got clothes.
You look incredible. You're smoking what appears to be store-bought cigarettes, which is, I believe, a change from your Rolly cigarettes. Am I correct?
Oh, well, that was a long time ago. I think at that time you were probably asking your balls in Canada and writing that beautiful book. But
yeah.
Of late now, it's like what, 2 years later, things have changed. We're like a little bit pandemic-y, but we're also back in love with, how we're gonna like take on this new world that's approaching. It actually might be similar to like, is it gonna be like Berlin Wallish? Like, is it gonna be like 1989 in Berlin?
I hope so. I'm coming. I've already, as I've told you, as soon as it's possible, I'm coming to Canada and just righting some wrongs.
Or writing some songs.
Yeah, and eating a lot of poutine.
Yeah,
just getting loose. And you also have a Canadian flag hanging behind you, which feels a little too on the nose, but I guess
well, that is actually not planned, and I would like to explain that. Like the other night, I was like in a bit of a desi head, so I was like, the other day, like as I drove home from Ottawa. Hear me out, please. Hear me out. Just like someone, like as I drove home from work the other day, was flying an American flag like 2 stories higher than like people fly Canadian flags. I thought there was a law in Canada where you couldn't fly another flag without the Canadian flag near it.
Yeah, like a flag hierarchy.
Yeah, anyways, regardless, I went and checked my raggedy flag, and as I actually checked it, it just, with the flick of a wrist, it came off its moorings. So I brought it in here. Flag replacement's about to happen. I see that your guest is about to show up, Dave. I don't want to take up too much time.
No, we got a couple minutes here.
Okay.
Lay it on us.
Right. Pardon me?
Lay it on us. Don't hold back. We got a couple minutes still.
No, I just drove home with like a reflective emotions. Then I looked into it. It doesn't matter if you're flying a Canadian, American flag or any other flag of the world. It's if a Canadian flag is beside it, that Canadian flag. So my fury was checked by legality, and but henceforth I have taken it's, if you look at it, it's pretty pale. It's not a ruby red.
I thought that was just the lighting. It looks like it's been sun.
It's got some miles on it for sure.
I think it's the Canadian flag of the town crier who used to live in this house. And I'm gonna give it honor, but I'm putting shackles together. I'm gonna buy like a nice big juicy red maple leafer, and I'm gonna fly it almost at a higher level than any house in Merrickville.
I can respect that. Now, do you all? It looks like you also have like a German scarf or something behind you.
Oh yeah, this old baby. Hold on, let me get it. Oh yeah. This is a soccer flag. I guess the German one, something my mommy gave me. I guess the German one, soccer.
Sure. Where are you right now?
Well, I'm in the shed.
You've been banished to the shed?
Oh, no, I banished myself. I can't keep up with anything anymore. I just sometimes just sit here and feel the volcano of life erupt through me and call the Dave Hill Show on a Monday night.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is, you are the basically the Canadian ambassador to the show. I think I don't think anyone would doubt that. Are you
grabbing a beer?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing a pint.
I love it. Well, Niels, we're gonna grab our first guest. Oh, you're drinking the dab tonight.
Little dab will do ya.
Oh man. Sometimes I worry
so cold.
I feel like I know everything's gonna be okay with the world. Just in these last few minutes.
This fucking beer is so cold. Anyways, yeah. Who's on tonight? I see Jessica Delfino.
Delfino, yeah.
Delfino, yeah.
See, you should be the announcer for the show because that's a great.
I think we should just keep Niels on for the rest of the show tonight.
He's all right. Let's do it. As long as you're welcome to just.
Okay, let's do it. Let's meet JD.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the show, she's a dear friend. She's a comedian. She's a musician. She's an author. She's so much more. She has a new book out very soon called Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks. And you can pre-order it now from weeklyhumorshop.com. And ladies and gentlemen, where is she?
I don't know. I let her.
We see her lurking in there. Is she coming? Can she hear us?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Okay. Try it again. I saw that I was videoed in by somebody, and I pressed yes. And I don't know.
Oh, the technology. The show.
Where I have zoomed before.
Maybe Try turning your
damn
camera off and back on.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, there she is. I don't know.
Wait, we lost her.
All together.
Well,
Niels, you may have to run with the ball here until we get her back.
I got Elvira on hold if you want.
okay, well, my name is Jessica Delfino. I'm a writer and an author, and
This is convincing.
I've recently become a man baby, and oh no, someone pressed help. Anyways, I don't know where is that lady?
I don't know where she went.
I don't know where she is.
Oh,
where she is. I'm struggling with basic sentence structure.
well, like can you I missed the first part of the show, so like what's her biography so far?
What is Jessica's biography?
Yeah, like I she was all exciting me when she said that she was like a playwright, an author, and like
yeah, she's amazing. She's like a quadruple threat. I was gonna have her explain it. Maybe I hope she's coming back.
Yeah.
Do we lose her?
She's not even in the meeting anymore, so she has to rejoin.
Oh no! Oh no!
Process.
We
could talk about my Four Seasons shirt in the meantime.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What's Four Seasons?
You haven't been keeping up with American news, Nils?
No, I don't keep up with news. Like I'm starting to get into the weather.
That's cool.
Yeah. But even
What's
that,
your
I feel
take on the weather?
Well, I feel it's being played like all other news. Like we had a weather alert up here today, or like last night, whatever. I don't know where. I mean, you guys are in New York. You're in like the Lake Erie regions. We had a little snowstorm here, you know, but it's something that is so accepted, really, like in the depths of our soul. But now it's all been glorified with, like, oh, weather alert, doodly doodly, you know, like might as well like run to the hills for what's a skiff of like snow. Anyways,
yes, you're not wrong.
So like I have the 4 seasons of snow, I guess, up here right now. I don't know what are the 4 seasons, Des?
There was a press conference hastily thrown together a couple weeks ago by Trump's lawyer, and it ended up happening outside the Four Seasons total landscaping company, not the I say it on the bottom, not the Four Seasons Hotel of Philadelphia.
They had that printed on the T-shirt.
Yeah, so they went all the way.
That kind of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? If they really explain it that much. No, I mean it's still a fun shirt. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
So I really like. Is that a bootleg shirt or is that from the landscaping concern directly?
I think it's a bootleg.
Yeah, because it's got gritty on it. There's no way that
gritty. The Philadelphia.
Oh, there's gritty.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're really firing on all cylinders.
And it is kind of a knockoff gritty, but you know,
you got to work fast.
Yeah.
You know, the public's attention span
is that the
is
same?
short.
Was that the same event where Giuliano Rudy had his hair dye flowing down his side of his?
That was like the
sideburn?
week before.
Oh, okay.
So he's been, but you're right. He has been on a roll lately. He's been hot.
Yeah, I always thought of myself like that's like that heavy moment when you're in like a grade 8 prom, you know, and you've poofed your hair up with everything in the world, and then like every rose has
Nothing can
oh
sing.
my God, thorn.
I think. I think Jessica Delfino is with us again under a pseudonym. Where is she? Are you there?
You're fine. Hi, yeah.
Oh, how come why can't I see her?
You can't see me. I can see you.
I can see.
Oh,
I can
there
see
she
her.
is.
Oh, but I'm
Hello, now joining us now. Can you turn your microphone up a little bit?
No. That's all the way up.
Oh, I don't know why that. Chris, can you make her louder?
No, I can't. Not from here.
Can you go to her house?
Maybe. We're
just, I guess, talk.
I'll talk really loud.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, talk weirdly loud. Jessica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And congrats on your book, Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks.
Thank you.
This is exciting. I've been enjoying some of the jokes.
Thank you.
Already.
I've never written a book before. This is the first one.
Oh, congrats.
Thanks. You've written a lot, Dave.
Pardon?
You've written a lot of books.
Oh, so many books.
Yeah.
I just can't
You're
stop
like
myself.
Stephen King. You're just
I'm the Stephen King of my own mind. But your book, it's not quite out yet, though. Am I right?
It's gonna be out real soon, in a couple days.
It's coming fast and hard.
Like lightning.
This is exciting. And people can order it at weeklyhumoristshop.com. What inspired you to write this book?
Well,
I know I'm asking the tough questions. You thought it was going to be a bunch of softballs. But there's the book cover. We can see it.
There's the book cover. I was inspired by being stuck in my house with a toddler for 9 months, and just when you're being a mom, you might have met some moms in your life. When being a mom, you have to try to just do anything you can to entertain and get a little very stubborn person to do the things you want them to do. And so I've reached inside myself and I found my inner dad jokes and turned them into mom jokes. And that's what
I like that. Yeah.
Dads get all the credit, dads are like the fun, awesome ones. And moms are like the bitches. We're like angry and tired. We're like,
what's a lot of work?
Jessica.
This is
I
Neil's.
just defend all husbands everywhere.
Yeah.
I've made a full She-Ra line of Mattel figures for my wife since we've generated human life in this earth. She defeats her natural capacity to sleep in and have cold showers in the summer. She's actually become in my mind like a superhuman.
That's nice of you to say. I wonder if she feels super or if she also just feels tired a lot.
I know she's freaking exhausted, but I just want to let you know, and somehow that whole time span went on, I discovered a route to sensuality and self-discovery. Wherever, it's really weird.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't think that when I turned into a mom that it was going to be quite the experience that it's been. It's been pretty, the only thing I really can do is kind of find the humor in it because it's just so incredibly effed in every.
How old is your child now?
He's 4 and he's asleep, so I could say fucked, but
go get him.
Mindset of saying effed now.
You can swear. You can swear all you want.
He loves swearing. He actually said to me tonight, he was like, "Mom, I wanna. Can I say some swears?" And
nice.
I was like, "Can you? Well, yeah." He's like, I was like, "Yeah, you can say darn it. You can say oh shoot, and you can say golly gee." And he goes, "No, Mom, I want to swear like you."
Oh, the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How do you swear?
Well, I don't know. I guess my effing isn't working because he knows the truth. He knows all the.
Effing.
Yeah, he knows. I guess he hears me and his dad at night watching, our adult movies and whatnot. Maybe.
Oh man.
But,
now, but your
you
book.
Watch
well,
your
let's
book.
watch Godfather. That's pretty adult. There's.
Oh yeah.
I think they
That's.
dropped F-bombs in there.
That's a great movie for a 4-year-old. But your book doesn't have your book. It's for all. It doesn't have profanity, right?
Oh, it's the first like 100 pages are just totally family friendly, and then you know how when you go into a porn shop and you go like to the back room, or like you go to a sex shop and in the back they have like the really dirty shit. That's like what the book's like. So in the back couple chapters, it's like all the dirtiest stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
Can I?
What? You want to look
Can
in the
I
back?
skip? Can I do that? Can I skip ahead to the back?
Skip around. There's no rules. You can skip around, and in the back, actually, one of my favorite things is a list of names of insults that rhyme with your name. That was a lot of fun to write.
Can you give us some examples?
Yeah. So like whatever your name is, and I actually I turned off my whole computer. I had it all set up and everything, so I have to go open it up again. But like whatever your name is, I don't know. What's your name? Your name's Dave Hill. Well,
there we go.
Dave, when you were young, what did people call you? What kind of names did they say to you? What kind of mean?
Coolest kid alive. No, what do they say? If people wanted to really enrage me, they'd say, Dave Hill, is your name Dan Mountain? That was an insult. Oh, it would get me worked up.
Kids are so bad at insults, and that's one of the reasons I wrote this list, because I wanted to give people a chance, kids, a fighting chance. So because I went on Facebook, it was really fun, and I asked people to tell me what people called them, what names people called them, and they were really bad. They were just so weak. So I was thinking, if a 5-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid or whatever got this book and got this list, then they could really have some fun, like they could call Michael Fecal. That no one would see that coming.
Oh, I'd be enraged. Wait, Michael, that would enrage me.
Right? It's called you Fecal. And let's see, what for Dave. I don't know if I did one for Dave. I don't think I did. But I got like Steve. Let's see. Some of these are silly. Andrew is hand poo. That's pretty. Hand
that's
poo.
pretty strong. Hand poo.
Nicholas is dickless.
That's good.
Pretty edgy for a 7-year-old.
Do you have one for Chris here? Chris Gersbeck, boy criminal.
I don't have Chris. I have Chase, which is cheese. Chase.
The worst I ever
good.
got was Chris the Piss.
Chris the Piss.
That really upset me for like a day, and then
that would really get me really upset.
Like I remember being really upset that my parents named me Chris, and left the door wide open for kids to ridicule me with Chris the Piss.
To call you Piss.
Well, my husband and I, when we were trying to pick out a name for my son, we went through all these names, and we had this game where I would say a name to him, and then he would kind of like smack it down with an insult. And that was part of what inspired this chapter. Is I thought that would be kind of so like Manuel is unwell. I thought that would be kind of a mean thing to call someone unwell.
Oh yeah.
Blake. That's a pretty.
Well,
good
you
one.
really went deep. Blake.
I mean, I kept them fun, but serious. I was going for the jugular.
I got caught in a really bad something I should have seen right away. But as as your first kid, or I don't know how many children you have.
Is his connection terrible for you guys too? I can't.
Yeah. Niels, your connection is insane.
The first one is like the impending,
Wait, now he
Hey,
froze.
we're trying something better. I don't know.
Dave, have you
Does
ever?
that sound cooler?
Let's. This is like a. Wait, I'm sorry, Jessica. What did you say?
I was wondering if you ever had taken mushrooms before in your life.
Have I taken much? I've microdosed before. I've not like tripped before.
Me neither.
Why do you ask?
Because you know how well you wouldn't know if you had, not that I would know, but I imagine that if a bunch of people in a room all take mushrooms, that sometimes you all think that you're hallucinating the same crazy crap, but it's kind of a personal trip, and that's what that guy's weird wonky computer noises were like. It was like, is everyone else hearing that? Is that
Oh yeah. That was very I was just I assumed that it was just something I was hearing, but I'm oddly comforted to know I'm not alone. We have someone in the waiting room. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Chris?
Aaron Westendorp. Should we let them in?
Should we see what happened? Part of this show, Jessica Delfino, author of the new book.
It's Aaron from
Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks. I thought that was Jeff. Let's wait. I don't want to. Let's not take any calls right now. I thought that was Jeff. Since everyone's has a different screen name. We've literally everyone's had a different screen name tonight. So, Chris, you don't have to leave.
I'm really happy to be somewhere. I mean, I'm in my house, but it feels like I'm somewhere in a way.
Yeah.
Like a nice feeling to see other people that aren't my husband.
Oh yeah, that's the idea of this. When we started doing this on Monday nights, it was kind of be in an imaginary room of people with technical difficulties for an hour and a half.
Stand up out at all, Dave, in places?
I've done stand up in person once during all of this. And it was fun, but it was like not like a normal show.
Yeah.
So
I got invited to I was supposed to do a show in like 2 weeks from now in a really tiny town in Pennsylvania called Dingman's Ferry. Dingman's Ferry is a really neat town. I really like it a lot. It's got a bridge. It's got its own real life bridge with like a person who stands next to the bridge who takes $1 when you drive by.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's actually.
Are they sanctioned to do that, or is it just something they do and people go along with it?
No, it's a family-owned bridge. It's pretty crazy.
Oh wow!
It might be one of the only family-owned bridges in America, but it's like a pretty big bridge too. It makes you a little scared when you drive across it. Like, you guys get this thing checked up, or is it?
Yeah,
you just
like you got to be like.
But so that's one of the reasons I'm not doing the show is I was like, I don't really want to drive across that bridge.
The bridge?
Yeah, that's like Evil Dead.
I'm just kidding. I actually, I really like the bridge.
Wait, you were going to do a show was it going to be indoors?
Yeah, it was an indoor show. And I was like, you know what? Like I took it, a couple like weeks ago and I was like, well, maybe it'll work out. But then I saw the numbers kind of creeping up and I called them up and I said, I think I'm going to have to not do it. And,
yeah, I feel like with the vaccine on the horizon, we can all just wait. I don't think I've had any new jokes that were strong enough that I was like, I gotta get out there and people need to hear this. People cannot wait for this.
I can't wait, Dave, for your new jokes.
Oh no, the world will be so much better off once I get back on stage. I can't even.
There's laundry behind me. It looks like but this is actually a professional photography backdrop, but it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, it just looks like laundry.
Yeah, it just looks like I washed a
bed sheet.
Now, it's a backdrop. Oh, so it's not being. It looks great.
It kind of looks like a shirt you would wear, Dave.
I would wear a shirt like that, sure.
Yeah.
Or a jumpsuit.
A jumpsuit? Why not? I'm in. I'm in. So, do you have any? Is this the beginning? You're probably in the middle of a media blitz for the new book, Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks,
Yeah.
which is out in a couple days. I encourage everyone listening to the podcast version of the show or watching the live stream of this right now to go order the book right now at weeklyhumoristshop.com. Go get it, or I'll be in.
Jokesforsmartfolks.com.
Oh.
If you want to put the title of the book in, it'll come up.
I just put the link in the chat.
A lot of
there.
ways.
Thanks.
I'm in the dirty jokes section of the book.
Okay.
What do British women? I really like this because I was using this term just over the weekend. What do British women call vagina hair? I was not any of these terms. What do British women call vagina hair? Hedgerow.
Hedgerow.
I was just talking about hedgerows this weekend, which
my grandfather was a sailor, and he was very dirty mouth, very foul, and
so it's true.
Great guy, great sweet sailor guy who, hated everybody that wasn't him.
He hated everybody?
Well, he was like an early 1900s guy. So
he hated everybody that wasn't him?
Well, that wasn't like an Italian guy. Yeah.
I hear you. I was saying he sounds like the opposite. I like everyone who's not me.
Yeah.
There's a few people.
Like
there's a few people I don't like, I guess.
Couple. But generally, I like people. I like most people.
Me too.
Because I'm curious about people. I want to know, like Chris, I want to know everything about you.
Really?
Oh.
Des, is that your name?
Yep.
Des, that's right.
I know, like, where you guys are. Your house looks pretty cool. Chris,
oh, thanks.
Like wallpaper in the background.
I'm in Forest Hills. You know what? You and I actually did a show together at QED like years and years ago.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar. And
yeah.
But you have more facial hair now.
I probably do, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's all grown up now.
But yeah, I like people. I like people. Maybe because I grew up in Maine where there were no people.
Where in Maine did you grow up?
I grew up in Damariscotta, a really small town.
Now you're just making names up. What is it called?
Damariscotta.
Damariscotta?
It's like dam.
Oh, dam.
Damariscotta. It means river of little fishies.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a super old, Indian village type town that eventually white people took over and then
ruined it.
Yeah, they ruined it basically.
They ruined it.
But the ice cream was pretty good, and there were a lot of nice places to swim and smoke cigarettes.
I love a nice. I love to swim and smoke.
Oh yeah.
Together at last. Where you're just smoking just above just have your head just out of the water and you're just smoking away. That to me, that's luxury living.
It was a good place to be a kid. I didn't realize it at the time, and I was really, there was not a lot of people. There were 2,000 people in my whole town. There were 90 people in my graduating class. So when I moved to New York, I was like, wow, there's people everywhere, and I was just really excited about talking to people. I was scared. I was afraid of everyone, but I was also like really interested to have other people that didn't know everything about me.
I was thinking about this today. Jessica Delfino, author of the new book, Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks. Do you see how I work? I'm working.
I get it.
I'm like Joe Franklin at his prime.
I
getting. What's that?
Yeah, I was on his show once.
You were on the Joe Franklin show?
I was, yeah, like a long time ago. I got to see if I can find that old tape.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's
maybe like an M&N thing or something. I forget, but yeah.
He was on WOR.
Yeah. I've done so much shit, Dave. Maybe you feel this way too. You've done so much stuff in New York, you don't remember all the stuff you've done.
It's all a blur.
It is a blur.
Though Aaron in Minneapolis says, and this is my thing, you're too young to be on Joe Franklin. You must have been, that had to have been, would have been like just a little child.
No, I was in my 20s, and he was still doing a show in New York, and I was on it.
That's wild.
I have to look it up. I'll send you the details.
Look it up. I want to see this. But, oh shit! Now what I was gonna say is I remember I was at your apartment. I don't know if you're in the same apartment, but I was at your apartment that you were living in, at least at the time. And I left, and there was a funeral, like a Chinese funeral.
Yeah.
And they had hired like a group. They had hired mourners.
Yeah, they hire women to run after the casket, screaming and crying.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before. It was really interesting.
And they hire a band too, like a New Orleans style band to play.
Yeah. When I die, which can't come soon enough, let me stress. I want this same treatment. The mourners, the band. Oh, we're joined once again by Niels Rush, the pride of Merrickville, Ontario. Can you hear us, Niels?
Yeah.
I don't think the signal's
better.
I don't think it's
Oh no, it's
better.
horrible. No, it's horrible.
It's making for great podcast.
I guess I should. Jessica.
I like that guy. He seems fun.
Oh, he brings a tremendous amount of heat. Let's be clear. Niels.
Chinese funerals, man.
Yeah, I gotta get that. Going.
I'll remember that, Dave.
Please, whatever, I hope we're in each other's lives to the very end. And so, if you can possibly get a bunch of mourners at my funeral, like actual professionals. I love that idea.
Maybe I should start a Fiverr page. Be like, I will scream, cry. How much would you charge? Like, how much would you pay for someone to do that? How much would you charge, and how much would you pay? I would charge like $1,000, but
I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I don't know.
How much would you pay? I guess it would be like a live performance. It would be the same kind of thing along the lines of maybe doing stand-up or what.
I want people to mourn. Yeah, I want them mourn. Maybe I wonder if you could hire the mourners to show up anywhere, like have them show up. Like Chris is performing somewhere, and you have the mourners show up there and just cry and be really distraught the whole time he's performing. Like
that seems like
oh no,
that seems like something 50 Cent would do to Ja Rule, like fill up a stadium of a Ja Rule concert with mourners.
Wait, what are you? This is you lost me. I'm not.
Oh, they have like this whole rivalry going on, and I think
50.
At some point, 50 Cent like bought a sizable portion of a Ja Rule concert just to fuck with him.
Oh,
like
just so no one would be there?
Yeah, and just left all the seats empty.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an expensive own.
Yeah, he's got that.
Pricey disc.
Yeah.
Wait, why would 50 Cent have a rivalry with Ja Rule? Isn't that's like they're not on the same level?
I don't know.
Were they ever?
I don't think. I think at one point Ja Rule was pretty big.
But Ja Rule, he's fallen hard and fast, it would seem.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably doing fine. We're joining the fun. We're just ramping it up. Jessica, can you stick around while we welcome our next guest?
Yeah, I can.
This is just like the Merv Griffin show, the slicker version. Joining us now, he's a hilarious man. He has a new album that came out just a few months ago on 800 Pound Gorilla Records. The same label that I'm on. You're probably thinking, yes, it's true. The album is hilarious. Why You Should Be Happy. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Oh, look at that. This is Night of the Strong Backgrounds.
You like that? Like a little Vonnegut print up there?
Oh, yeah. Jeff Simmermon.
Hey, I like to comment. I like to let the background lead me. How you doing? Hi, Jessica. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, we're just covering a lot of ground. Jessica has a new book out, Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks.
Nice.
So we're causing a spike in sales, the Dave Hill effect, as I call it, as that you'll now be experiencing with your new album, Why You Should Be Happy. Isn't it? But I guess this is something we can all share in. Isn't it great to release something during a pandemic?
Oh, I mean, I had hoped when I was getting ready to launch the album, we're trying to pick release dates. I was like, could do this while everyone is shut inside and dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
That's an excellent cover, I have to say.
Oh, thanks, man.
The cover of your album, Why You Should Be Happy.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a number of things, among them like a show flyer, but also like something else I can't quite articulate. Maybe like a French film.
It's just the black and white talking, Dave.
I'm easily impressed.
Yeah, well, thanks.
By black and white, it's excellent.
Thanks. Yeah, the photo. This guy Joe Orecchio took the photo, and then I make all my own flyers and covers and stuff, and I bashed it around in Photoshop a whole bunch. I like to get that, like, you know, I'm making this flyer at the last minute at Kinko's look. And then my buddy Fred Struckholtz from college is an incredible artist, and he does, or did, back when there were bands, he did posters for Elder and various like psychedelic metal bands. So that's his like career.
Yeah.
He broke me off those with that. I couldn't get the lettering right, and he drew those letters for me, and I kind of smashed them around some more and put them in.
Oh, nice
cover. Yeah,
it's a sweet cover.
Yeah. Yeah, Jessica, I'm excited to check out your book because my favorite kind of comedy is, in fact, comedy that is, you had to be so smart to make something that stupid.
She like, nailed it.
Yeah.
You to say, Jeff, because that is, I don't know if that's quite what I was going for. I appreciate that. I don't think that I'm that smart. But
yes, you are. Stop this. Stop this.
You know what I do have? I have a lot of references in my brain from a lot of various stupid things. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. It's a rich tapestry in there.
Pretend to be smart.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Yeah, we can't hear you very well.
To pretend to be smart. But Jeff, what I want to, can I ask him a question, Dave? I want to know what.
Oh, yes. This is
free format.
Free. It's a free for all.
Jeff, what did people call you when you were a kid? What name did they rhyme with Jeff or whatever?
The fairly obvious ones, mostly people just called me Jeffrey because they knew I hated it.
Huh.
Oh, that would enrage me.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like it's some fucking guy who wears tall socks and plays a lot of polo, and I'm just not into it. But other people can have it, that's fine. But I'm not doing it. So, you'd get your breath, or they'd try to rhyme bad breath. But it was like, honestly, I don't know if like my first name was just not that good. Like, I think even schoolyard bullies were like, this feels hack. But fortunately, I gave them so much other material to work with. Maybe they just didn't need the name, My head's been the same size since the third grade. And,
do you have? I have a large. You're saying you have a large head?
I had a large head. I'm now 6'2", and I weigh like 2.
You grew into your head.
Yeah, but this sized head since I'm gonna say actually I'll say 5th or 6th grade.
Oh, so it just goes to show you, kids, it all works out.
Yeah, now I'm a very mildly successful comedian in the city of my dreams. That's a plague-strewn hellscape, you know.
Are you currently in New York City?
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn right now. Yeah, I've been splitting my time between Brooklyn and Virginia.
Yeah, I follow your movements closely, Jeff. Jeff Simmermon.
Where are you at now?
The new album, Why You Should Be Happy. I get the plugs in, the product placement. I am on the murky shores of Lake Erie in Ohio, in a tiny little town. And I've been hiding out here, but I'm coming back to New York. I still have my place in New York. Let me be clear. I haven't left.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming back. I've just been in exile. What's that?
You know the rocks over there? What are they called? The Blarney Stones? No, the rocks on the shores of the Erie Lake.
The rocks?
Yeah, do you know about them?
I don't know I know about Lake Erie.
There's these really cool rocks that you can pick up on the shore that are really special.
I did not know this.
I think they're called like Patani Stones or something.
I don't know about this. I'm Googling. I don't know about you would think that I would know as a guy who stands on the shores of Lake Erie every morning with my pipe.
Wait, so if you're on what state are you in if you're on the shores of Lake Erie?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Majestic, Ohio.
Nice.
Jeff, I also wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, I pull no punches. You have a new podcast.
Yes, I do.
The Reluctant Phoenix.
Yeah.
What is it? What does that mean?
It's I'm so glad you asked, Dave. What
in the hell does that mean?
Well, who do I think I am?
I'm just setting it up like it's like I've just opened a real can of worms.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple worms in there. It's like the premise is that this year has sucked for everybody, and kind of what makes you this year is the way the year has sucked for you, you know. And so I'm doing interviews with people who went through like major life reboots, whether or not they actually wanted to at the time.
Oh, got it. I like it.
Yeah. So like I interviewed the minister from my Presbyterian church at home who like he's a guy, he's an incredible storyteller and really funny. And this is the first guy I've never fallen asleep during a sermon. And we went through the same kind of surprise divorce and like connected about it afterwards.
You each got divorced?
Yeah, he did my wedding a month after his wife informed him he was getting divorced. And then a year later, the wedding that he performed didn't take. And so your
wedding.
Yeah. So whenever I would go home to Norfolk, Virginia, which is where I'm from, we'd hang out and just kind of talk shop. And he worked in he was a law clerk. And then he noticed all of these women coming in who were like just beaten around the face. And and then they would ask to drop charges because the Bible said, the hacky, you know what the Bible said. And
sure, all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah, he was like, I gotta help these people. Like this cannot be what it's about. I mean, I want to present a new interpretation to the world that allows you to get out of a brutal marriage, you know?
Yeah.
And so I interviewed him. And then like, do you know Adam Mamawala, comic we've probably all worked with before? And
I'm sure I do.
Yeah. With comedy, there's people, it's like there's so many people you would recognize if you were in the back of QED and it was dark. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. There's so as Jessica can also tell. It's like it's like a big high school. And you're like, yes. Yeah, I know that kid from shop class.
Yeah. So this week I interviewed a New York City special ed teacher who was like championing to go on strike because they weren't going to close the schools down. And then so she just talks about that. And yeah, there you go.
There's just some more sweet. I love this artwork as well.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I like to really put myself into it. I actually hand carved the stamps that you see that made those letters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, here, I got them right in here. See? Yeah. See it?
Oh, like out of rubber?
Yeah, and I made a little...
You're all in.
I'm in, man.
Skill.
Yeah, you got to make that art degree work for you.
You have an art degree?
Yeah, I majored in painting at James Madison University. I went a B- state school in Virginia.
That was my safety school. No. I can never resist. I really got to get away from it. I can't. Can never pass that up.
Do you like the school? Do you still have? Are you connected with it at all?
Not connected with it as an entity, like I've donated or go back for events or whatever. But so the time that I was there was like kind of the tail end or maybe the apex of the like 90s like indie rock DIY punk rock scene in Virginia.
Thus the handmade font.
Yeah. And so a lot of my friends' bands, like played in my house, and there was a huge like weirdo scene from there. And so all of those people are still in touch, if not the actual school.
Jeff,
yeah.
You look like an art school adult.
I'll take that.
Now that
okay.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, no, I'm wearing
art school too. Do I
we're
adult?
You went to art school?
I did. I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia and I studied animation.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I have that skill.
Nice.
I wanted to go to art school. I wasn't allowed.
Do you have any kind of formal education, Dave, or is it all just street tough?
From the streets. I'm on the fucking streets. No, I do have a degree.
Yeah.
I went to Fordham University, but I did want to go to art school, but my parents wanted me to get like a
proper education.
Like a proper, I say in quotes, education. And then they're like, you could go to art school later.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started rocking and rolling, and then I was just on the streets. So I never went to art school.
Yeah.
I took a few classes here and there, sure.
Yeah.
But no, I wish I. What? I'm sorry, we can't hear you very well, Jessica.
You know everything you need to know, Dave.
I do. Yeah. Well, I feel like maybe I would have met more like-minded folks if I went to art school. Maybe things could have been different for me. Maybe I wouldn't have had to learn so much on the streets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do your parents feel like that with all of that fussing and fighting and all that practical education? You've now ended up on a Zoom call with two art school, like you know what I mean? Our various paths have led us
Jokes
here.
on them. I know. I aggressively threw that fancy degree, all the money they scrimped and saved to put me through school, and I threw it all away to be a Zoomer. I'm Zooming.
Baby Zoomer.
Yeah. I think when I told my folks that I was doing stand-up, and I was like really like when I left my job to do stand-up, my dad was like, what about that art degree? Why don't you I finally came up with something that made him be like, oh no, that maybe that's a better fallback, your art degree.
Yeah, I think when I went into comedy, they're like, oh geez, he's really never gonna agree to get a real job, is he? He's never gonna do it. I showed them. Oh, now we're joined again by Niels, the pride of Merrickville, Ontario. Do we have a better connection now, Niels?
I hope so. Do you hear me?
A moment, a little bit. A little bit.
Oh, is it bad?
What are you on dial-up? Do you guys have just dial-up there in Canada?
No, I'm holding a laptop high to the sky so I get some Wi-Fi.
Are you stealing Wi-Fi from your neighbors?
No, I'm just out in the shed, man. I haven't got a Grady.
Well, listen, I forget when we're talking with Jessica Delfino, author of the new book Dumb Jokes for Smart Folks, and of course Jeff Simmermon, who has a new podcast, The Reluctant Phoenix. I'm getting so good at plugs. It's weird. Do you have any questions for our guest, Niels?
Yeah, I had one gigantic versioning question.
A gigantic one?
Yeah, I fucked that one up. All right. Like, when you were young and the passion lit, like, how did you feel that you'd always be backed by confidence of some sort to make that happen? Like, you know, did you go through that, like, dishwashing phase where you're just slum jobbing for, like, you know, to make that next reality hit? I don't know.
Who are you? Are you asking me or Jessica or Dave or the group?
I think it's a general question. Anyone can take that.
I was going to aim it at Jessica only because I've been hitting on her all night in some sort of choppy internet way. But yeah, if you want to handle it, bring it on, brother.
Well, I'll see. I'll yield the floor to Jessica and then I'll answer. She's.
I mean, I'm still in the dishwashing phase, pretty hard. But yeah, I did all kinds of shitty jobs for a long time. Let's see. Well, I busked in the subway for a long time. That was pretty crazy.
Really?
Actually, not bad. I made like $100 a day, which was pretty okay money for like a college graduate. I mean,
that's pretty good. How many hours a day were you in the subway doing that?
sometimes I was there all day, Dave.
Oh wow.
Sometimes I'd get there in the morning, you know, and the morning was like 11 or 12 for me. And around like 5 or 6, I'd go home.
That's incredible.
Oh my.
Do you have to, is there any kind of like formal process? Like I've noticed that like the buskers on the subway are, whether, you know, for the most part, there's a certain level of competence that you see there. Is that just the New York, like law of the jungle? Like you got to be this good or else you get chucked out? Or do you have to like...
You have to fight for the spots a little bit. You have to show up before other people and kind of get the spots. But there is a system now. It's called Music Under the Streets or Music Under New York.
Oh yeah.
Spots, and they'll give you a banner, and you know they'll make a big deal out of it. And I never got a banner. This was like a little bit before that. Mm-hmm. But I used to play on West 4th Street in those tunnels, and there was a guy, like an older guy who would show up with a piano, and sometimes he would show up and tell me to get lost, and you know.
Really?
I would leave. I'd be like, oh yes sir, see you later, you know. And,
did he have authority, or is it just the authority of the streets?
Yeah, he just looked like he would break a bottle and like cut my eye out or something, you know. So I just let him have his spot. But there was a few spots. So if he was there, then I'd go over to Astor Place, and I loved playing at Astor Place. That was a great spot. I did really well there. 42nd Street, I used to play at a lot at that big long tunnel.
Wow. Oh, the endless tunnel that connects the
the long tunnel.
So, Jessica, you're saying I should leave Merrickville and like achieve New York City?
I think now is a good time because people are leaving New York like crazy. So
yeah, rents are cheap. Never been cheaper.
They need some.
That'd be awesome.
I think it's time, Niels. It's time.
Yeah, I'm gonna break the border.
I got arrested at the Canadian border once.
Really?
You got arrested at the Canadian border? What for?
Oh,
I got arrested for having marijuana seeds in my ashtray.
Holy shit!
Oh man,
that's
where were they? Where were they?
Marijuana seeds in my ashtray.
That's not a euphemism.
You have an ashtray in your border crossing vehicle?
I mean, this was when I was 18, and I got banned from Canada for 10 years. They impounded my car. They searched our butts. I avoided getting my butt searched, but my friends. I was with 5 people. There were 5 people in the car, and 4 were guys, and all the guys got their butts searched.
Shit.
How do they do that? They spread the butt cheeks?
Yeah, they have to spread them, and then a dude with a glove, checked around.
Oh wow!
But I got spared for whatever reason. But they impounded our car, and then we had to buy our car back for basically the price that we paid for the car, and then we were kicked out for 10 years. But I hitchhiked to Canada once to the Montreal Comedy Show to go perform. And this guy from the BBC picked me up in a Volkswagen bus in Vermont. And he said to me, have you ever been arrested? Are we going to, is there anything you should tell me? And I was like, well, I did get banned from Canada a while ago. And he said, well, we have to tell the woman, we have to be honest. And I was really scared. I thought I was going to get arrested or something. But he talked to her in French for a long time. And then he was like, okay, it's okay. We can go. So I guess
Jessica,
they forgave me.
Wow.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, the guy from the BBC that scooped you up, was he like are they all old?
He was an older guy.
Yeah, he had gray hair and he spoke really well and narrated.
Your friend?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he was well spoken and he had gray hair, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make that sure.
I think we were all hoping for that. That's the hope. Niels, your connection's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's not a judgment on your country at all.
We have BBC border guards. And I say good night.
All right. Good night.
Thank you, Niels. He's bringing a lot of heat. We got to get him a better connection. Among the things we need to do to make him technical improvements, we got to get him a better internet connection up there.
To raise the money to get him a better connection.
I know we should. Something to get some money coming into this show, so I can get a new microphone. We can get some better. Oh man.
Dave, what kind of microphone do you want?
This is the X1000. I have a Yeti. It's supposed to be good, but it sounds like shit, as best I can tell. Chris, do you concur that it sounds like shit?
No, I think you sound good. I think out of the 4 of us, you probably sound the best right now.
Oh wow, this feels good. Oh, Dez comes roaring back. He's got the SM7.
Just saying.
Oh man,
Stone Cold microphone.
Do you guys recommend a mic that is a good mic but is immune to RF interference or something? Because there's a 5G tower on the top of the building right outside my bedroom window, and I thought I was fine, but whenever I record, I got a nicer microphone for my podcast, and it sounds like aliens are talking to me the whole time. I'm wondering if I need to be sleeping in lead boxer shorts or
Does
something.
Does it have is it a USB mic or XLR?
It's USB.
Huh.
What kind of mic is it?
Hold on.
When we first started recording Dave Hill's podcasting at your apartment, there was all kinds of crazy interference going on.
Oh, no one could believe it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's a Maono, Maono, Maono.
No, I don't know what that is.
No.
I don't know why I dragged everyone into that. Wait, Jeff, where can people hear The Reluctant Phoenix?
Wherever the finest podcasts are digitally distributed. Yeah, same with my album. Wherever there is digital music or digital podcasts, this guy will appear.
Yes.
You need simply enter the symbols in the correct order, and my face will appear.
There we go. There's the logo again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I like about this logo for your podcast, Jeff Simmermon?
Yeah.
Is that, God forbid, you are convicted of some sort of heinous crime, this flyer or this logo will not age well. Like if you start a cult
Mm.
and you know, you'd real just a cult, you could stop it right there, and then they're like, "This is the guy," and it's you on fire with wings. They'll be like, "Well, of course that's the guy." Now, that said, I love the logo as it is. I'm not saying you should change it. I'm just saying, in the event that it turns out you're
Did I
a
start a cult?
leader,
Yeah.
and there's this logo of you with the wings and the fire, they're gonna be like, well, he pretty much let us. He told us. He tried to tell us.
Yeah, it was a cry for it was, I don't know. Yeah, it was a cry for something.
No, but I realize though it's actually you're a phoenix in the logo.
Yeah.
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 But that with the crazed look in your eye, it's a great logo.
Oh,
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm twisting it around in all these ways.
I knew I was going to get all pretzeled up on your show, Dave. It's what I was ready for.
Oh, that's what everyone says. They're like, don't let it happen. You know, I wasn't going to let it happen to me. But then I went on Dave's show, and sure enough, next thing I knew.
Yeah, it's like going on Fox News and screaming. You know, you think you're going to be above the fray, but then you just get sucked in.
Yeah, then you're just dragged in. Then you're slinging shit around, just like Tucker Carlson, or I don't know, someone on that show, that channel.
I think Trump supporters don't even like Fox News anymore.
They don't. Fox News has gone too liberal.
Yeah.
What do they watch? Newsmax, which I just heard of for the first time like 2 days ago.
Yeah, there's like all these like fake, like alt-right media organizations that are popping up that look like legitimate news sources, but it's just propaganda. I mean,
this is what happens. Someone learns how to do graphics. Mm-hmm. And there you go.
Madness.
Yeah.
We need what we need to. What's that?
Who's this guy down with Des? Hey.
Des is the brains behind the operation.
I work the phones.
Oh, okay.
This is a slick international program, Jeff and Jessica.
Okay. Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, we have there's Canada. Canada is on the scene. We only have a couple minutes left on this slick program. Jessica, your book is out in 2 days? Is that?
You can pre-order it now, but it's going to be out in a couple days. Yeah.
Like Wednesday?
I think. Yeah. Let's see. What's today? Monday? Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, that's awesome! Just in time for Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't prepare anything special for Black Friday.
You know, go back to Jessica's album cover, for Christ's sake. You gotta
Sorry, kind of automatically
Jessica's book. I mean, I'll take the press, but I don't want to be, hogging the spotlight here.
Chris is just showing off now how good he is at doing screen sharing on Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't do my artwork. Someone else did it.
I love the cover though. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
It's really, really great. I mean, it's like, anymore now that the age of like great album cover art is kind of gone. Everything has to be this like icon that you can sort of see, on a thumbnail on Amazon, and this tells the whole. I mean, I haven't read the book obviously, but it tells the story, or it is the title right away. Yeah, so
there you go.
They know what they're doing. Whoever did it.
Yeah, I love it. We're gonna have to ride off into the live stream / podcast sunset for another action-packed week. That sounded real. Was that too slick of it wrapping up the show? I got scared.
Oh, you had it written down.
I know, it sounded too slick. It sounded like I was reading from a teleprompter, and I got scared.
Reading well, but yeah.
I was, thank you, Jeff Simmermon. New podcast, The Reluctant Phoenix, available wherever incredible podcasts are found. And you can also find his new comedy album out now on 800 Pound Gorilla Records. Why You Should Be Happy. And Jessica Delfino. This week, if everything I'm mentioning, everyone Go get it, stream it, buy it, or I'll be enraged. I'll be enraged. This is how we get the Dave Hill effect, the spike in sales. Dumb jokes for smart folks out this week.
Fun hanging out with you guys. Fun talking.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for being
and
on.
please, both of you guys, come back if you can tolerate us and our drunken Canadians
I'm gonna come back.
correspondence.
I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna come back and hang out.
Please come back.
I'll be back.
And thanks to Chris, Boy Criminal, Gersbeck, Des, Pride of New Jersey, and for everyone who tuned in the live Zoom hot action stream. And thanks to everyone listening on the wildly popular podcast format. Please, everyone, tell your friends about this show. You don't even have to say nice things. Just bring it up in conversation in whatever context you choose, really. Telling people to listen or just say, I've had it with Dave's bullshit. He's lashing out. He's being enraged at problems that aren't problems. Oh, I'm a mess. Anyway, anything else, Chris, before we go?
No, I think we're good.
We did
Thanks,
it,
guys. We did it.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you so much for having me.
And we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
And Chris turns up the music and then hits the button.